morning everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture of discrete mathematics chapter number 4 and the topic is the algebraic structure. So we have already seen in our previous lecture in the different types of the chapter, the graph theory, set theory, predicate logic and the partial ordering set and the relation. So in IT and ICT you have seen the different types of the subject just like operating system, database management system. So in this subject you read a technology, okay, and you implement this technology in the real world problem. But in the discrete mathematics, we read the tools and the techniques, okay, and these techniques we apply different types of the field, okay. So according to this discrete mathematics, so discrete mathematics is a collection of the different types of the topic, just like graph theory, set theory, partial ordering set, Hazel diagram, predicate logic. So today's topic is this group theory we have seen in the algebraic structure, or you can say that the algebraic expression. So in case we have a set A and the operation, binary operation star. So if we have the two elements A comma B belongs to A and the operation is what? Star, and we consider A star B is equal to A plus B divided by 2. That means what? A and B, two elements belongs to A. So A star B, that means we always consider here the two elements. So plus first we sum both the elements and divided by the 2. Okay. So this is the type of the algebraic expression. Okay. So see here, this diagram is very important because of according to this diagram, you solve 4 to 5 questions according to this algebraic structure, Samick group, monoid group, and the commutative or abelian group. Okay. That means what? If we find out the closure property. So I think you have already said what is the closure property. Closure property, that means if two elements belongs to set A, so the relation of the two elements, that means for example here we operate the star and A star B is equal to A plus B by 2. So closure property, that means what? If A and B belongs to set A, so A star B, that means A plus B divided by 2 also belongs to set A. This is a closure property. So in case a set A satisfied the closure property, okay, so we can say that this is the algebraic structure. That means what? If a set A satisfy the closure property, then we can say that this is the algebraic structure. Second one is the associative property. So what do you mean by the associative property? That means if we have the three elements A, B and C. So if three elements belongs to set A and the operation is for example plus or minus or multiply. So if we apply this operation according to these three elements, so we get the A plus B plus C is also belongs to set A. That means what? For example, we consider the set A and the operation is plus. Okay, and we have A comma B comma C belongs to set A. Okay, so what is the associative property? Associative property, that means A plus B plus C is equal to what? A plus B plus C. That means what? Here change only the bracket. A plus in the bracket B plus C is equal to in the bracket A plus B plus C. So both the values are equal and this values is also belongs to set A. Okay, next one is, that means what? If a set A satisfy the associative property, that means we can say that this is a semigroup. But this is not only the associative property. So see here, this diagram is very carefully. If a set A satisfy the closure property, then we can say that this is the algebraic structure. Okay, but the set A satisfy the closure and associativity both, then we can say that this is a semigroup. Okay, so according to this type of, that means monoid, that means what? if satisfy the identity property. So what do you mean by the identity property? That means if we have the element A belongs to A, and operation is what? A star. So A star E is the identity element, is equal to E star A is equal to A. That means we have A star E is equal to E star A is equal to A. This is the identity property and this is the identity element. Okay, so in case if a set A satisfies the closure, associativity and the identity property, then we can say that this is a monoid. Not only the identity property, all these three properties are satisfied, then we can say that the given set is a monoid. Okay, next one is the inverse property. So what do you mean by the inverse property? Inverse property, that means what? If we have A belongs to A, okay, and A inverse also belongs to A. So A star A inverse is equal to A inverse star A is equal to E. That means if we use the element and the inverse of that element, so the operation of, for example, we consider the star. So A star A inverse is equal to what? We get the identity element. Okay. So if we use the plus sign, so plus sign, that means what? For example, we have A and the operation is plus. So if we find out the identity property. If we find out the identity property, that means what? Which number we get A, so we get only A. That means what? Here we add 0 by default because of A plus 0 is equal to A. That means what? 0 is the identity element with respect to plus. Okay. In case we write here A and multiply is equal to A. That means what? Here we write one element and A dot this element is equal to A. According to multiplication, that means we write here 1 obviously. So 1 is a identity element with respect to multiply. Okay. So in case we find out the inverse property, that means what? A and A inverse is equal to what? Identity element. So what is the inverse of this A? So in the plus expression, the inverse of A is equal to minus A in the plus expression. Okay. And if we use the multiplication, so inverse of A is equal to what? 1 upon A. So in case if the element satisfy the closure property, then we can say that this is a algebraic expression. In case the closure and associativity both satisfied, then we can say that this is a semi-group. That means, for example, if we are given in a set A and any expression and find out this expression is semi-group or not, that means we satisfied the two properties. Number one, closure property. Second one is the associativity property. Got it? Next one is the identity property. Identity property, that means what? If a element satisfies the closure property, associativity and the identity, then we can say that this is a monoid. And fourth one is what? Closure, associativity, identity and inverse. That means all four properties are satisfied, then we can say that this is a group. Okay. And fifth one is what? Fifth one is the commutative property. So what do you mean by the commutative? Commutative property, that means if we have A comma B belongs to A, and the operation is what? A comma star. So A star B is equal to B star A. That means if we find out the given group is abelian group or not, so first you find out the closure property, after that associativity, then identity property, then inverse property, and fifth one is what? Commutative property. That means if you find out the abelian group, so you satisfy the five properties. Okay. Here we use the different types of the set, that means natural number set and the integers and the real number set, and the operator is what? Plus, minus, multiply and divide. So one by one we use the different types of the set and operators, and we find out this is the algebraic structure, or this is the semi-group, or monoid, or group, or abelian group. So first one we find out the closure property. That means what? That means the algebraic structure. Okay, so what is the closure property? So closure property means a set A with respect to operator star is said to satisfy the closure property. That means if for all A comma B belongs to A, then here we use the operator is star. So A star B belongs to A. That means what? This is the closure property. But what is the algebraic structure? So if a set A with respect to operator star satisfy the closure property, then it is called the algebraic structure. Okay, so here we use one by one the set and the operator, and we find out this set and operator satisfy the algebraic structure or not. That means satisfy the closure property. If satisfy the closure property, then we can say that this is a algebraic structure. Okay, so let's start. Here we use the and the operator is plus. Okay, so capital N, that means what? Capital N, that means 1, 2 up to infinite. Okay, so we use the plus operator. So if we use 1 plus 2, that means what? 1 and 2 belongs to capital N. So 1 plus 2 belongs to capital N. Yes, exactly belongs to capital N. That means this is satisfy the closure property. Okay. And minus. That means for example, we use 2 comma 3 belongs to capital N. So 2 and 3 belongs to capital N. Okay. But here we use the operator is what? Minus. So 2 minus 3 belongs to capital N or not? This is the minus 1. So minus 1 not belongs to capital N. Okay, that means N minus, this is not satisfy the closure property. That means this is not a algebraic structure. Next one is the AND star. So if we use any two elements, for example 4 and 5 belongs to capital N, and if we use the multiplication, so 4 into 5 that means 20, so 20 is belongs to capital N. So N multiply is also satisfy the closure property. That means this is a algebraic structure. Okay, next one is the AND divide. So if we use 3 comma 4 belongs to capital N, for example, and the operator is not divide, so 3 by 4 belongs to capital N. No, 3 by 4 not belongs to capital N, because of according to capital N the elements is 1 to infinite, so this is not a algebraic structure. Next one is Z plus. So Z, that means what? Z, that means minus infinite to 0 and plus infinite, the set of integers. Okay, so if we use Z plus, that means we use 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5 belongs to Z. In case we use minus 3 and 2, so minus 3 plus 2, that means minus 1. So minus 1 also belongs to Z. That means Z minus Z plus is also the algebraic structure. Next one is the Z minus. So for example, if we consider 2 and minus 3 belongs to Z. For example, 2 and minus 3 belongs to Z. So, and we use the operator is what? Operator is minus sign. So 2 minus 3, because of our second element is minus 3. So 2 minus 3, that means 2 plus 3, that means 5. So 5 belongs to Z. Yes, 5 belongs to Z. That means Z minus is also a algebraic structure. Next one is the Z multiply. So if you consider minus 4 and plus 5. So minus 4 and plus 5 belongs to Z. And if we multiply minus 4 into 5, that is minus 20. So minus 20 is also belongs to the the set of integers, that means z and the operator multiply is a algebraic structure. Okay, next is the z and the divide. Okay, so if we consider the 2 and 3, so 2 divided by 3 belongs to z? No, 2 divided by 3 not belongs to z. That means z and the divide is not a algebraic structure. That means z divide is not satisfy the closure property, then this is not a algebraic structure. Got it? This is very easy process for the different types of the set and the operator, and with the help of this set and operator we understand very easily this is a algebraic structure or cyclic group or monoid or group or the abelian group. Okay, next one is the R plus. R, that means what? The real number set. Okay, so if we use 2 and 3 or you consider any two elements, so with the help of plus, this is a satisfy the closure property, so this is an algebraic structure. Okay, next one is the R minus. So R minus is also an algebraic structure because of if we consider 5 and 4, so 5 minus 4, that means 1 belongs to R. If you consider 4 and 5, so 4 minus 5, that means minus 1 is also belongs to capital R. That means plus and minus is an algebraic structure. Next one is the R and the multiplication. So R multiplication, that means if we consider the two elements, for example we consider minus 5 and plus 10. So minus 5 into 10, that means minus 50. So minus 50 is also belongs to R. Okay. So multiplication is also an algebraic structure. Next one is the R divide. Okay. So in case if you consider, for example, if you consider 2 comma 3 belongs to R. For example, so 2 by 3 belongs to R. Okay, no doubt 2 by 3 belongs to R, but one point is very important. One point is if we divided 2 by 0. So 2 by 0 belongs to R or not. This is a undefined. Okay, 2 by 0. So with the example of the 2 by 0, the R and the operator is divide, is not a algebraic structure. Okay, so this is the first we find out the different types of the set and the operator, and we find here this is the satisfy the closure property or not. If the set and the operator satisfy the closure property, then we can say that this is an algebraic structure. And in case this set and the operator not satisfy the closure property, that means this is not an algebraic structure. So if algebraic structure is not satisfied, so all these Samuel group, monoid group and abelian group is not satisfied because of first, if algebraic structure satisfied, then you move to second point, semi-group, and if this is not satisfied, so you write here the cross sign. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Our next lecture is depend on the semi-group. That means we find out the associativity property, monoid, that means identity property, and the group, that means the inverse property. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.